We have over 1 billion in India, and we have few million gays. We love them, they love us. We don't hate them, they don't hate us, and we all live in harmony. We have no issue with gays. By and large, our community is well educated and well represented in this country, and we are also all law-abiding citizens. In Dharun's case, the issue of hate crime should be re-examined, as a lot of evidence which might have shed light on the Clementi suicide was withheld from defense. We are requesting the evidence should be turned over so the truth prevails.
I really appreciate all of you guys. We don't have any of our family here to support us in this difficult time. All we have is friends, our friends. They've been with us, working very hard and putting their effort and trying to bring justice for Dharun. And now we have all the supporters like you. I really appreciate it. He left to college as all like 18-year-old, but he came back within 3 weeks. And as you know, with all this misleading facts of this media and the prominent people who came out and then said all this thing that Ravi's not, Dharun is not. It broke my son's heart. What did I do? I couldn't do anything. I was watching him helplessly. I didn't have any of the power to stop any of this and save my son. As the trial was going, all these media people, they were sitting with us and watching everything, and they know what is the real story. They know Dharun doesn't have any hatred in his heart. And now I'm just like begging them, can they at least go out now and change what they have written and tell the whole world Dharun doesn't have any hatred in his heart. Dharun is with us, sitting with me at home for the past 2 years. He's not going out. He's not even going out to grabbing a sandwich or anything. He's not going to his friend's house, anywhere. He's just sitting with me. I don't know if you guys noticed, he has lost almost 20 pounds in this 1.5 years. It is really hard for me watching him, what he's going through. What I am mostly worried about is all the stress and the pressure he's keeping inside. I don't know how it's affecting him internally. None of the people thought about he's an 18-year-old. And what they put through him is really, really rough on him.
Well, she was saying that she doesn't have his family here. We are all her family.
Yeah.
You are not alone, we are with you.
Thank you. That's all I can say.
I ask all elected officials, make sure, Governor, in Trenton, please wake up. If you don't, we'll make you to wake up. Today, Dharun, tomorrow anybody's child, any minority, you cannot selectively enforce any law in this country. Law doesn't be fair. We are law-abiding citizens, but we will not take injustice. If anybody is underestimating, they should wake up today. Dharun is not going to jail. We request judge politely, humbly, overturn this verdict of a jury. Dharun Ravi's place is in a classroom in a college. His place is not in a jail where the criminals are there. I thank every one of you for taking out the time, answering our call for a committee. Committee has worked very hard. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. This is the first call to Governor, Attorney General and Prosecutor. Please wake up. Don't you ever dare to use the selectively any law. We all are one-time immigrant in this country, but we are no different. We all are immigrant in this nation. And I request fellow citizens, fellow Indo-American, and all people who attended, please support us. This is the beginning of fight. We don't know where we have to end. We may have to go to all the way to Supreme Court. We may have to wake up President also. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. All law-abiding citizens will wake up, stand tall, and fight any injustice, and we are there. Thank you, and I want to thank entire committee for putting a hard work, and all the people on a working day in this evening to join us. You have made my day. Thank you.
You know, the thing that bothers me, please, and I only became involved in this in about the last couple of weeks with the help of Punat and the committee. I met the family, a wonderful mom and dad that I met. But one of the points that bothered me, and I'm just being honest with you guys, I just taken a shower, and all of a sudden just came to mind, and I made a note, you know, pages were wet when I wrote it down, but, you know, I was curious about the phone records. I was curious about any text messages, any emails, were they investigated, and just how far did it really go? I understand some of that was blocked by the judge. I wonder why. As Poonam had said, that the suicide note was not released. That could have had very important information that could have helped, Dharun. The thought that I came up was educate, not incarcerate. And that's the most important thing that we have to do. The question that I raised, all right, I did 30 years with Edison, 10 with the county, and I still provide intel for various law enforcement organizations. One of the things that bothered me was, why did Tyler Clementi jump off the bridge? He was aware of the whole situation in that dorm. My question that I raised, again taking a shower, was it a lover's spat? Did that older gentleman say to Tyler, hey, I don't want to get involved with you. I don't like this idea, they might be videotaping us or talking about us on the internet.
What?
Our community has to educate our children about these laws. And it's a shame that a kid 3 weeks out of high school ends up in a situation that he should not have been charged with. That's all I got to say. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out.
It's okay.
I saw the news reports, and I got very concerned. A lot of my friends called and said this is a horrible, horrible case. And I thought about it and looked at all the news accounts and looked at what happened in Rutgers, in New Brunswick, through the prism of having worked on the Matthew Shepard case, a gay college student who was murdered in the late 90s. And I learned a bunch of lessons. And one of the lessons I learned is that sometimes the outrage and the emotion can be whipped up so strongly that it can go too far. A criminal judge in Detroit, who's dead now, once said, or observed, that America's most efficient railroad is the criminal justice system. I believe it went too far, and one of the first things I did was to go to a candlelight vigil shortly after news of the suicide hit, and I took a sign with me. And I think I'm the only one there who had a sign, Justice Not Vengeance. And I think we also need to watch carefully the way the media and advocacy groups work on cases like this, because there are moments, there's great gay anger about the way that gay folks are treated in this country. It's improved, but there's a lot of anger simmering there, and sometimes that anger causes people to do and say things that aren't right, or maybe even unethical. Right up until the jury was chosen, I was hearing that this should be treated as a manslaughter case from a major statewide gay advocacy group in New Jersey. I think that's wrong. So I'm not really here to say what people want to hear, but I'm saying what you're hearing from me now out of principle, and I hope that a lot more people are going to start to look at criminal justice issues in a different way, in addition to stopping this runaway train.
There's an attitude out there, and a lot of us have come up to me and said, you know what, I wish I signed that petition. I thought it was going to be a slam dunk. We're going to get 25,000 in a couple of days. Tremendous response. We got close to 15,000, but we were still short. 10,000. I'm very humble, and I really thank everyone for being here, but just the action of support is, just token of support is not enough. We need to take an action, and we need to take very affirmative action. And it takes 2 minutes to just make a phone call. We need your hearts to be poured out. I saw a lot of people with tears and a lot of people out there coming out and extending the support. But this is your time. Please speak volumes. Please take 10 minutes. Make it count. We're all here to make a difference, and let's do it right now.